Hello, I'm Chris. This is Reality Shadow Ban. And today I'm putting on my glasses on because I'm going to read this article that I found on the New York Post. Fucking rag ass magazine. Jesus H. Christ. Are you kidding me? This magazine. No. Anyway, they still have to have once in a while put out good stuff or reasonable shit. Um, so here is something I want to talk about. Young men reveal why so many of them are single. Dates feel more like job interviews. And they're saying experts are blaming social media and porn for keeping young men romantically uninvolved and sexually dormant. Oh, is that the reason? No, not the crazy laws that totally favor women in every single case, and we're told that we're not shit and we need to go away. No, none of that. No, no, no. No, the women going after the top 2.7% on these ridiculous dating apps. No, 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 that's not it. No, okay. Okay, so they're single, but they're not mingling. Oh, maybe they've been on the bottom of the pile, middle of the pile, even near the top of the pile. Unless you're the top 2.7%, look it up. New data from the Pew Research Center has shown that 63% of men under 30 are single, up 51% from 2019. This trend, okay, that's called a hyperbolic curve. I know you girls didn't take math, but you can look that up and see what happens with hyperbolic curve situations. So just want to put it out there for 2 seconds. Okay, the Roni Roan isolation and women's high expectations. Delusional? No, high expect. Okay, we had high expectations when I was a kid and dating and all doing all that bullshit. High expectations? Really? How about completely delusional? And now they've made a little cute little term up for it. It's called Delulu. Have you heard this one? Oh, Jesus. Oh, it makes it cute. It's I'm delusional. Yeah, the society and the culture are completely in collapse mode, and you're making up cute little words. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, high expectations. Okay, are something serious are the main reasons. For something serious, are the main reasons they're avoiding going out and coupling up. The young guys say dates feel like more like job interviews. Huh? Yeah. Oh, so it's not about love or family or continuing a legacy or any of that bullshit. It's totally made up anyway. It's about the transaction. What can I get out of this? What can I get out of this fucking sucker? Because this guy a sucker? Am I lining up a sucker? Because I need me a sucker. Yeah, okay, so this is a job interview. What can you do for me and where is this going? 28-year-old high school teacher lives in Astoria. The getting to know you period is gone. They don't feel it doesn't feel so great after coming out of this isolation. The getting to know you period. So we're just going for the jugular now. How much you paying me? How much you got? They're just like blatantly out in the open. How okay, once prostitution becomes legal because it's like right on the edge, this whole thing is gonna snap back and women are gonna like, no, can't get rid of no prostitution, blah blah. It's like this thing's already over. This is just except for the explosion. This thing is taking what they call an uncontrolled landing to a freaking side of a mountain. It's like uncontrolled landing, and it's like, oh, and yeah, this is where this is headed because this is not being reversed. The fact they got to use the word delulu means they're doubling down on all this shit, and they won't feel unless there's like massive amounts of pain. Nothing will change, and that we're gonna have to live through. Me and you are gonna have to live through that bullshit. I'm not gonna live to the end of it, but if you're under 20, if you're like and you're under 30, oh, learn skills, learn trades, practical, useful, repair, how to repair a house. Forget about investing. That's great. I'm going to do a video on the great taking. That's over. Skills, basic skills. Okay. He recalled a recent first date that went quite well, and the woman interrogated him on the walk home. She literally asked me, where would you rather our kids go to public or private school? Cha-ching! Cha-ching! Followed by several more extreme questions about getting married. I just started responding with what I knew she would hate the most to get her to leave. It's like women are like, all these jerks on dates. Jesus Christ, you're so mean to me. It's like, yeah, maybe it's because of this crap. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I do. I'm not gonna read the rest of this thing. I'm gonna leave a link in the show notes, but I do want to play this other video, which is just another showcase of this absolute delusion of these freaking ladies. Okay, fair use to Rich Cooper, but we're gonna listen to a little bit of this clip. I'm gonna listen to about 7 minutes of it, and I'm gonna go and I was gonna definitely gonna put it in 1.5x just because it's just so. But this is like I'm gonna make comments as we go. I'll just listen.
Well, if you were saying something before or in advance about one of the two gals having a beef with men or
This
some grievances
girl.
or something, what was that?
Oh, well, I think that was the next step, like for Rachel. I think she's realizing now
sad.
and being in the dating market, and we had a couple of quips back and forth that she's had some, I think, less than positive interactions in dating with men over the last, I guess, 8 months. I mean, how long, Rachel, would you say you've been like back out there? I mean, I'm sure that you didn't immediately just, or maybe you did. I don't know. I mean, did you just download the apps and just go nuts? Like, what was the next step?
Yeah, okay. So this girl is 28. She's been dating. She was with a guy for she was 18. She just got back on the market.
I think I stayed off the apps for probably like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Woo! She took up the apps for 2 whole weeks. Wow, that's she really has a lot of self
But
control.
I think when you're used to living with somebody and being with somebody constantly, you get lonely very quick. So honestly, it was just nice to have people to talk to in the beginning. But the dating world is trash. I also am like, I'm too old for the games. Dating is not fun to me. I'm like looking for my person, not rush.
See, this is the thing. These women think this dating app is like a shopping market. They could just go to and pick up a relationship. And that there's like, they haven't understood, like, hey, yeah, you girls are only swiping the top 2.7%. And those top 2.7 know this. And they've designed they've completely created a whole lifestyle around maximizing the things that these type of broads, these type of delusional ladies will go after. And they know all the bait, they know all the sayings. They've been trained by these women about what they want to hear, at what stage they want to hear it, and they're getting pumped and dumped ruthlessly by these guys, by these chads. And this woman who probably had a good guy that was willing to like deal with her shit got rid of her. She got rid of him. I almost like 100% guilty because he wasn't up to her level. Let's get into it some more.
But I also don't have time for guys that just want to sleep around or, do that kind of thing.
Okay, so what do you think guys want on these dating apps? They're not relationship apps. Dating. So back in the day, before all this dating stuff happened, these women don't even know the history of dating. It was how you found a prostitute. You would go from prostitute to you would date. You would take her out in the town. You pay drinks. It was a much more involved affair, but you would date a prostitute. That's what dating is. Marriages were arranged by families for property rights. Jesus H. What's this? This woman is whoever marries her, whoever simp is dumb enough to marry this broad. Oh man, he's instant max 5 years, seven tops, 7 completely tops, and she's gonna divorce him and go on the hunt again.
So what, like, I mean, I hear from a lot of guys about the struggles they have, dating.
This woman is so gassed up on her own ship. It's amazing. It's amazing, and she's cute and all that stuff, and she's definitely maximizing that stuff. She's also covering herself up, so it means that she's embarrassed about her size. Is what that means.
And the bad luck they have and the ghosting
Makeup
and everything that
doesn't
sort of like comes along with that.
dude.
Somebody in the chat just said, "Welcome to the club." What are the main problems that you're seeing out there? That you're actually experiencing yourself as a newly single gal that's looking for a serious guy.
I think a lot of problems. Now, I've had Tinder when it first came out, and it first came out
Tinder.
when I had just turned 18.
Oh, right,
so I had it for a while.
fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tinder came out in 2013.
It was mostly hookup at that time.
Yes.
I mean, it still is for the most part.
Yeah, I was just there to hook up, just have fun.
Yes.
Run through the best years of my life. I got my lottery ticket, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start spending as much. I'm gonna start running this Lamborghini down the street, hitting speed bumps. I don't give a fuck.
I think that, like, when I first downloaded it way back in the day, a lot of people were using it, yes, to hook up, and that was about it. But now I've noticed that, mind you, me and my fiance, we actually met off Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they met on Tinder and it didn't work out. What a shock!
Now that I've re-downloaded again, I noticed a lot of guys, I feel like they just want someone to stroke their ego. Like, they just...
Oh, really? Oh, like not like the girls on these apps. No, they don't do that. They don't waste the men's time. No, never.
Just want to be on there to see what girls they're going to match with, not carry on a conversation at all.
Because the guys you're matching with are the top 2.7%. Do you understand like how marketplace works? Like if you have that many people going after this, the price goes up. Yeah. And guess the price you're paying getting fucked with. Yeah. I wonder where they picked that up.
Get your Snapchat and be your pen pal for 6 months and never even plan on meeting you.
Oh, that's look at her. She's shocked. She's shocked at this being. She's shocked. Shocked, I say.
That's interesting.
Rich is like, that's interesting. Rich is like, that's interesting.
Snapchat and then be your pen. Like, how much of that do you think is guys just awkward, anxious, socially uncalibrated to the point where it's like they get a match, they get a conversation, but they don't know how to ask somebody out?
I mean, I'm sure it could be that, but I feel like,
because I mean, you're not going to ask them out. You're not going to say, how about, we go grab a drink, right?
oh, I totally would.
Oh, you would?
Yes.
Oh, she would, but she's never has. She would, but she never has. She would, but she never has. But she has on these apps, but she never would in person. No, hell no. That's the man's job, right? Equal feminism, blah, 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 blah. I don't need a man, strong, independent.
So why wouldn't you just ask them if you dig their vibe?
I do. And they play games. They just...
Oh, they play games. Oh, they're playing games. The top 2.7% that you pick are playing games, you don't say. No, that's terrible. Whatever shall we do?
Are like, oh, well, I'm free this day. And then the plans don't meet up. And I think a lot of...
Wait till you hear the reason why. The plans may not be matching up. Even in her delusional, freaking crazy brain.
People have issues with how much you work, too. If you work a lot. Like, I work 13-hour days every single day.
This is the reason why these guys want to replace females. Replace the males in the workforce with these females. She says she works 13 to 14 hours every day. And I believe her. I actually believe that she works this much because she really thinks she's the boss. And she really thinks she's got it all figured out. And she really thinks she's going to get her what she wants here.
So it's hard for me.
13-hour days, 7 days a week?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for Infinity.
She works for Infinity. Around a bunch of car salesmen who have gassed her up. She really thinks she's something with this. I work at Infinity.
Infinity, the car company?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you do there?
I'm a service advisor. So I tell...
She's a service advisor working 14 hours a day. And she's looking for dates. These apps.
People what's wrong with their car.
13-hour days are long days. Like, is the service department open on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays too?
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
Because they're not open here on the weekends. So those are some long.
Look how proud she is. Like, okay. So what she did is she took two guys' jobs. She took the two guys' jobs that could have actually been her husband, and now she's taking those two guys that may have been her husband are now out of the market, living at home, while she's working 15 hours a day. And she's going, where are all the good men? Yeah, you took their jobs with this equal and everything. Oh, well, yeah, you took their jobs, dumbass. Those were your husbands. You took their jobs. They're supposed to be doing your job, retard.
Oh, yeah, it's ours.
What a
depends on, like,
dumbass.
what county you're in,
Like,
but they are open on
unbelievable.
weekends depending on the county that you're in.
Okay.
Go back a little bit.
Yeah, it depends on like what county you're in, but they are open.
No, it does not depend on what county you're in. Your manager's got you wrapped up. This good 6 manager's got her wrapped up in her head, thinking she's really something.
On weekends depending on the county that you're in.
Okay.
No, it's not that. It's not. People do not work that much. That men on the grind will work that much, but someone's got her. She's got. Man, mind control just works so good on these women. If you get them gassed up, they'll do it. But they just don't do the stuff very. Like, it's not the same, dude. When they're all gassed up on their own stuff and don't have it quite grasped of what's actually reality and how the world works, they just, this girl.
Okay. So
her cuteness has totally backfired on her.
Is it a scheduling issue? Like, you can't coordinate a day of the week that works for you when you're not working a 13-hour day, 7 days a week?
And then Rachel's gonna try to walk it through her. Like, she honestly, like, how delusional you have to be to understand that 14 hours a day doesn't really allow a lot of time to build a relationship or a community or take care of your kids.
I find that since
Because
I had
To take care of your man, like a high value man, that top 2.7% want you working 14 hours a day. Who these? How did it get to this level? This is amazing. She is on in public and proud.
I've been in.
Because I'll tell you, like, you know, from the point of a guy, like, if your availability is so scarce because you're prioritizing working at Infinity, dealing with people's car issues over, because I mean, you say that you're looking for something serious, right? Like, you want a serious guy, you want to develop something further, you know, you want to move to the next level, sort of thing. Working a lot of hours is a bit of a turnoff for quite a few guys, right? Because I mean, your availability is not there, right? So if the guy's like, hey, you know, I'm available Tuesday at this time to grab a drink, and you're like, well, I get off at this time, so that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you?
She's like, yeah, yeah. Wow. How about, wow, I had never thought of that, or gosh, you're right. Maybe I need to cut back or change. If this is important to me, I guess I might have to make some No, just yeah.
You sleep. I mean, that's nuts.
When do you do anything aside from just work? I mean, 13-hour days. Because you got
Yeah,
to
I
commute,
mean-
you got to eat, you got to do some, you know, laundry and a few other things in between all that.
My man worked 14 hours a day.
She's like, yeah, this is what usually what men will do for a woman like that. Would like that look like that? Not this attitude, of course, but the look. This is what men would do for her. She's got 2 husbands that should.
I get it. It's not a
Your
long
guy
time.
works 14 hours a day?
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys are together, you've got a kid
Yeah.
together. You guys
Wow, so like her ex also did 14 hours a day.
are
Yeah, I
like
get it.
going somewhere.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I get it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, like, from the dating, you know, angle, if you meet a guy or you're talking to guys off of dating apps and your availability is so limited because you're, I mean, you know, 13-hour days, you're talking, like, what does this service department open at 8 and closes at 8 or 9?
No, I'm there at 6 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at 4 a.m. and I'm
Okay.
there till 7 o'clock tonight is when I left.
Okay. And then,
She's like, haha, yeah, I'm putting all the hours in. My boss thinks I'm great.
like, you're probably cooked by 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Like, you know, you got to crash if you're getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah, I usually go to bed at 9 or 10.
Right. So you don't have much. It's like, okay, you don't have time for dates at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or maybe like
It's
right after
hard.
work, still in your service gear, right?
Yeah, it's hard during the week.
It's hard during the week. You have 1 hour. You're basically saying 1 hour from the time you get off to the time you get home and go to bed. Wow, the delusional level, the level of mind control that these women allow themselves to be taken by is crazy. Wow.
I usually tell people weekends are best for me.
Weekends are best. What are you talking about, lady?
Sometimes my job is pretty lenient. Like they'll be like, okay, well, if you want to leave early, that's cool. But most of the time, you know, I think I'm looking for someone who's on my level, and
What does
I
that mean
want,
on your level?
like, I want someone who has a drive and wants to add to my life, and I add to theirs.
Okay.
Not be in competition or them still living at their parents' house. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, because those 2 guys that would be on your level, that would be taking care of you, they're living in their parents' house because you took both of their jobs. Ding dong. What the hell? My level.
But you have to have a
Unbelievable.
drive in order to do things. I mean, it's house. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, no, there's anything wrong with it, but you just made it just. Lady, come on. You're so transparent. Wow. Wow, she wants the cheat code. She wants the cheat code that gives her an extra 2 days in the week and another 8 hours a day. She wants that cheat code. These girls. Wow. I feel really sorry for young men. I feel very sorry for young men. Get your passport, get out of the United States, let it collapse, let it fall. It's inevitable. All this stuff has to come to its full conclusion, its full fruition of slamming in the side of the mountain at full thrust, double down, extra boosters in the back.
But you have to have a drive in order to do things. I mean, that's just
Can I just,
what I'm
can I
looking
just
for.
stop for a sec with all that stuff? And I want to come back to it because
You know what? I can't listen to this anymore. This lady is so delusional. If you want to listen to the rest of it, I'm going to leave a link in the description. But I've had enough. I can't take anymore. I'll see you guys later.